East Municipal Assembly. Today's your birthday. Happy blessed birthday to you. The September bonds, you know, must start to I think so. It takes us back to December somewhere when the conception period started. December, January, early January. Oh no. Happy blessed birthday to you, Robert Winston Adosu. And of course, another birthday going out to you, Stephen Ejari. You're also celebrating your birthday today. Happy blessed birthday to you, Stephen Ejari. And then last but not the least, Jim Fua. Happy blessed birthday to you as well. And it's all coming from our very own Reverend Kusiapia to you three, celebrating your birthday today. Enjoy your birthday to the max. God bless you and fulfill every desire of your heart. Okay, so enjoy your birthday. So once again to you, Jim Fua Amonu of GBC's Cap Radio at Mampong, to you, Stephen Ejari, and to you, Robert Winston Adosu, formerly of GES and East Municipal Assembly. Enjoy your birthday today, all right? Okay, so welcome back once again, and it's time for us to have that conversation that we started off last week. I wasn't part of, but of course, this one I'm part of. So we're talking about successful skills.
Yes, succeeding skills.
Or succeeding skills that every business person or entrepreneur should have. And we'll touch on some few basic points of that. But once again, the usual suspect is here, is the man James E.K. Bedema, is the president of Psych Aid Ghana, and of course a managing partner with Globe Productions, and he does other things also. He's doing his masters also. He has a masters in communications. Yes, development communications, and he's doing other things on the side. He does almost everything. And one other thing that I've heard about that is back. All right, so James, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning.
Oh, I should say, you should rather tell me what.
I should rather welcome you.
Yeah, because
okay. Time you were absent.
Ask you where you went.
But I'm a resident.
Should I ask?
Ask.
Where I went to?
Yeah.
Oh, feel free. Matthew 7:7.
Then I've just asked.
Matthew 7:7 says, "Ask, shall be given to you. Seek, shall find."
Where were you?
And knock. Where was I?
Yeah.
Okay, so God asked me to take responsibility for a species of his.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the species dropped 2 weeks ago, so I had to make sure that everything was in place. My pressure.
Congratulations.
I feel left out, really. My special dropped.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
So I'm a father of girls. I have 2 girls now.
Oh wow.
Yes.
You're a true man.
Yeah.
Your house will never lack men.
Amen. Amen. Amen to that. Amen to that. But I'm trying to acquire and register AK-47.
It won't work.
Just in case.
It won't work.
Just in case.
It won't work.
Oh, I said just in case.
It won't work. Your children themselves, those ladies will hide that AK-47.
Okay. So let's get into the convo. So no, let's do a recap of
a recap.
What we talked about last week.
We talked about communication, and then we had the 2 parts under communication: the vocal and then the visual. And you said that in as much as you look as pretty as I'm looking, you need to have the vocal ability to be able to convince people and speak well to people, right? So that's what we're discussing.
Yeah, salesman.
When the vocal is rusty, people cannot hear you well, and it hits the communication. So people do not want to listen to you, despite you're making sense. Yeah. Sometimes people also struggle to listen to you, and that's...
So we with a froggy voice, no?
Yeah, sometimes your voice is okay. People struggle to listen, and that becomes a communication hitch. So we should, as much as we look at the outlook, we should also look at that as well.
How could you even correct that defect in the first place?
You know, the musicians, they respect that a lot. They don't take ice water, they train, they do vocal training and others. It is important that as marketers or people who use our vocal vision, we should pay attention to that. We should do training, we should pay attention to what we eat. You know, when we were young, we were told that when you eat banana, you have sweet voice.
Exactly. So, and graphic and times.
Exactly. So it is very important that when you are in that space, you are aware of that particular issue, and then you develop or sharpen that aspect of your personality as well.
I read also, I said it in the beginning of the show that somebody once said that you close your deal by your first appearance. How you look. So the site the first part of the deal is closed. Based on how you look. Exactly. So that's your appearance is also very key.
Very key.
Does it address your address by how you dress?
Yeah, very well. Very well. But also that is a door opener. It opens the door.
Okay.
But what gives you a sit is what you see, the first word.
Okay.
You know, you get into an interview and your first word puts people off, and everybody was like, that's not what I'm expecting. Everybody sees in his mind, oh, that's what I'm expecting, that's what I'm expecting. And that brings you down. And that psychologically arrange more questions to be bombarded at you.
Okay.
But when your first intro, your opener is good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody was like, oh, everybody, the whole room goes quiet, and they want to listen to you. The audience come. Then they don't want to give you questions, but they want to listen.
Okay.
You see?
Yeah.
But when the vocal is not as they are expecting, now they rearrange and trying to now. Some people even go off. They don't listen to you. They go off for a while before they come back. You see, trying to
But
see
sometimes
the wisdom.
the voice
That's where the
texture
knowledge,
is not of
that's
the
where the
person's
knowledge
making.
comes in. So when they go off, maybe when you are making too much sense and knowledge, the depth of the knowledge, that is what brings them back.
Exactly.
Oh, the voice is not good, but he's making
It's
sense.
making sense. Right.
You see, he's
right,
making sense.
Right.
So if you are aware of that, you leverage on all of them. You leverage on the voice, the knowledge, as I said about the confidence as well. You should exude confidence.
Okay.
You see, despite that you have the knowledge, you have the looks, and you have the vocal ability and everything, you should exude confidence by using of your hands, your pitching and everything. You should command so that it draws people, in a can. They say when the food is sweet, they draw chair to the food. Well, I don't know how it is said, but when the food is sweet,
Diego can help us.
So if you're near there, okay,
very good. So when what you are saying is weightier, people begin to draw closer. They want to listen more. Someone will just say, wait, let me go and pick a pen. Someone says, no, let me record. So it draws people more closer to you. You have to holistically look at all aspects of your communication to put you
Awesome.
Right. So that's the point you have established, that how you look it determines whether you're welcomed or not, and what you say offers you a seat, basically. And so we can get into our next conversation that is about finance. And the first point we discussed last week was pay yourself.
Yes.
And it's something that we were all confused about. Let's touch on that again and then we continue.
As an entrepreneur, the most crucial part of you, aside from communication, is the financial aspect. Because it's the engine of the whole business. And if you're not the entrepreneur, that means you're the bankroller. You are the one who removes the cash flow, everything. But it becomes difficult when you say you should pay yourself, because the question is, how do you pay yourself as an entrepreneur? Last time we discussed about you not having inflation driven by yourself. Your life should not be inflation driven. Add inflation, because your business is doing well. You end up taking every money from the account to buy cars, build houses. Even your girlfriend expenditure is from the corporate account. You understand?
That's wrong.
That is it. So when you are not paying yourself, you don't have limits. But when you are paying yourself, you know what you take out of the business. You know what belongs to you. In fact, the business may belong to you. You are the sole signatory. But the only thing belongs to you there is your salary. Your salary is what is yours. The rest is not for you. Because when you see it as such, you are able to manage it well. You see it that the company belongs to me, but I'm a staff. I pay myself. I said something last time. Either you pay yourself or you don't.
You don't at all.
Why do I say that? Because most entrepreneurs, for starting, it is difficult to be paying yourself what you think you deserve. Because when you are taking what you think you deserve, you may be stagnating the growth of the business. In that, I think I am worth 5,000 Ghana cedis. So every month, I'm paying myself 5,000 Ghana cedis. But at the end of the day, taking 5,000 Ghana cedis from that company account would slow the growth of the company. Rather, if that's 5,000 cedis remains there and recycle it into production, the business grows faster. So if you, as I said, if you take a disciplined action by saying that I will not pay myself, but rather I should reinvest that money into the business, take it. But not that you are not paying yourself. In the middle of the month, you come and say, Kwejo, give let me the accountant or the cashier, give me 500 cedis, give me 300 cedis. This, give me this, give me this. By doing that, is a bad management practice.
Unfortunately, some of the entrepreneurial journey starts with one man. So you might not even get to the level where you have a accountant or a receptionist or something like that. It's you doing virtually everything from beginning to the end. And so at a point, when do we feel that
recruit?
There's a point, as in, we're still talking about the paying yourself. When do you feel at a point that you think it's important to start paying yourself? When you decide. I know when you decide to pay, it should be reasonable enough with the amount of money you allocate to yourself.
Yes.
But when would it be okay? When do you see that, okay, the business has gotten to this level, so at this point, it's okay to start paying myself?
You should be, it's a self-determination. But if you want someone to help you, it is when your invested capital has tripled or quadrupled.
Okay.
When your sinking capital has tripled or quadrupled, then you are confident enough that it has moved from where it is to a different level.
Okay.
You see, and by so doing, you should also be tactical what you pay yourself. Sometimes you call it, you are giving yourself a retainer, not a salary, a retainer, something that to just keep you afloat, something that you can say, I'm buying credit to make calls, take transport, fuel, and all that. Because it is dependent on the company, you are taking that money from the company so that it flows you in and out. You don't call that salary. But when you go to an extent of employing other people, that level you can determine. To far as you're able to pay those people, you can also pay yourself. Yeah.
And should how soon you pay yourself be dependent on the kind of business you're running?
Very well. It depends on the kind of business you're running. For example, if it is a desktop, you can pay yourself. As I said, I gave I gave 150 days. If it's a desktop, you can even start paying yourself in 2 weeks. Probably, I'm selling banana. I go to Mokala every day to buy banana and come and sell.
But those ones, it's like the profit is not much.
Yes, but you are paying yourself. Because at the end of the day, you are removing money to buy gari and maize for your children who are hungry at home. So after you have sold today, you've not paid yourself. And I'm a contractor. Obviously, it is outside. Because any meeting I go with my pickup,